The positive way to navigate through life is if we could all say, it is all well, all the time. And we know the truth that it is all well all the time, but that's not always the way we experience it. So the title of the talk today was Positive Ways of Navigating Life. We might think that the most important word in that is positive, but actually the most important word to me is navigating. Because we can be parked, we can be stalled, or we can be moving forward in life, navigating the different roads and travels and journeys we go on. And if we've learned how to navigate, to read the map that doesn't always lead us where we're intended to go, if we learn how to navigate, we can say all is well, even when we don't end up where we want or expect to be. But too many of us stay parked in what we want. And parked to me means that we look at life out there and say, this is what I want. Hello, right? Don't we do that? We don't do the work we need to do to see and experience and create the life we want. I just want to make sure my pant leg wasn't up like I told Kirk the other day. His was up. It felt like it was riding up, and I thought after, you know how when we look at other people and say something, you have to be really careful it doesn't happen to you too. I just felt really like it was riding up on me. So I just wanted to participate and navigate my own experience here. But if we realize, and this is what Wayne Dyer said, you know, a wonderful spiritual master, Wayne Dyer, we had him speak down at our center in San Juan. He was just an amazing man. And he said, when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. Now, we know that's a quantum physics, actually, in science, that the observer does have an effect on what it's looking at. But if we don't take it for that, if we just look at it as a spiritual concept, it's about we have conscious choices to really affect and create the experiences we have in life. We're co-creators in the process. And once we claim that and know it, we can really have a much more positive grip on everything that happens in our life. You know, when I was thinking about this is so much our teaching of what we teach about positive ways to navigate life, I thought of I've read this passage many times, but it really reminds me of somebody who really had a very positive approach to life and what happened. This is in 1927. Anna Holmes, Ernest Holmes' mother, wrote a passage which became the foreword to his book, Your Spiritual Power. And we know, because we talk about it every week, we're here to grow in wisdom and understanding and openness and flexibility and spaciousness in our heart, spaciousness in our mind, to be open and available to things that are new and to one another. We know that. Here's what she wrote. Now, first of all, I want to say she had 8 sons. That's a lot of sons. One more, and doesn't that make a team of some sort? I think 8 would work too. I don't know. There's so many sports things going on right now, and I don't know. But anyway, 6 became teachers, 3 ministers, 2 on Phi Beta Kappa Keys, and 2 were missionaries, 1 local and 1 in Japan. But this is the message that she instilled in her family. Life is a school which we all must attend. The same intelligence being in each. The same intelligence being in each. It is the task and high privilege of the individual to so develop their God-given powers that they shall not remain in kindergarten, which I did for 20 years. But don't tell anybody, that's okay. But may, by practical use of the lessons learned in this grade, learn how to manifest the lessons that are so needed by everyone. Lessons of manifesting love, joy, peace, harmony, poise, and go on to each advancing grade, ever increasing in knowledge and understanding of the one power that is in all, through all, and over all, that this event called death shall just be an open door to a grade beyond this plane, where we will continue to expand throughout all eternity. She taught that to her children. That was her message in life. And at 96 years old, she said she stayed young by staying interested in life, sharing with others goodness, meaning, and possibilities. Wow. How beautiful is that? Every moment is new. Can you accept that? We feel like we get stuck, right? Do any of you ever feel like that? Oh, this again? We do, but every moment is new. We have to be new and open and available to be spacious and welcoming and to cooperate with this process of life that isn't always on our terms. We need to open ourselves to a greater and bigger way of thinking. So we want to change the way we look at life by clearing up our vision so we don't look with all the expectations that things have to be a certain way. I saw all those heads shake of the people that said, okay, I release my need to be in control. How about, I affirm my cooperation with life. How about that one? Wouldn't that be a good idea to affirm that cooperation, that we're working together? You know, when we realize these are the tenets we teach every week that are in all our classes, that are just in the consciousness we hold, that there's only one. There's only one power that created everything. But we're all, although each one of us hold that power within us, we're all centers of that power, we're all unique expressions. If you think about it, the rose bush and the grapevine are not the same. They both have beautiful gifts to share, for sure, but they're not the same. But they all put their roots in the common soil, and that's where they get their livingness. And if you and I could start concentrating on that we all have our roots in the common soil, and we're all getting our livingness from that same place. Now, some of us, we all express differently, and some of us, express in this way, a smaller little approach to life, which is beautiful because in the mind of God, there's no large or small. And some have bigger expressions in life, but everything is perfect. Unity does not mean uniformity. We can have different opinions and ideas, and if you and I are going to really get on the path of navigating positively through life, we have to start learning to work together. I guess because it was Thanksgiving, and there's a lot of cooking, if you haven't noticed. There's a lot of cooking going on at Thanksgiving time, and often it's not just for one day. I heard somebody just saying they were having another Thanksgiving feast today because it's such a fun holiday. But I read this little quote, or this little story, which was kind of interesting. And I am not a great cook, but I did have an opinion on this. But if you ask any great cook, they will tell you which side of the aluminum foil is the most important. Right? If you wrap a baked potato, does the shiny side go out or the dull side go out? You have your opinions as a great cook, and you get kind of frustrated if somebody puts the aluminum foil on the wrong way. The manufacturers would really be amused, they are amused by this because, yes, aluminum foil has a shining side and a dull side. But it's because aluminum foil is rolled, and the side that touches the roller gets shiny. The side that doesn't is dull. They both perform exactly the same. So when you wrap your potato or your casserole or whatever you do, it doesn't matter. The same with people. We look different, we are different, but we all have goodness to bring. It's all. And when we change the way we look at things, the way we look at people, it just doesn't affect us. People change. There's a word I wanted to leave you with today. It's kind of a word that gets misunderstood sometimes. And to have a positive way of approaching and navigating life, I had a whole bunch of notes here on different things, but I'm just going to give you one really, really good word. Not a 5-letter word, Suzanne, I'm sorry. I've been too busy to do my little acronyms, but the word is humility. I would just like all of us to enter into this Beautiful season that has a lot of joys and lights and fun things, but also can stir up a lot of emotions. I'd like everyone to enter it with more humility. Humility is a consciousness that can say, me first, me first. No. It says, please, you go first. Please. If we think about the opposite of humility, humility is really, I see it's having peace in yourself, accepting who you are and why you're here. That you don't need to be first. You don't need to be best. You don't need to be the one. That there's a recognition that we're all together. There's no need to lash out and be angry or make your reason or your answer or your fact better than someone else's. It's that you can stand back and be okay. Think of friendships, co-workers, marriages that have been divided because of angry words and resentments. That alone, when they could be saved with a little more humility, a little more give and take in the relationship. Think of wars that are fought over just what? To be right? I don't know. Just think of all the problems that happen because of need for someone else to be better than someone else. If we enter into this spirit of cooperation, which I know is where we're supposed to be, I know that's what we're made to be. I know that without question. If we could have a little more humility in our life, this would be the world I know it's meant to be. I know we're one. Just like Anna Holmes said, we're one. We're created from the one. But I also know in that oneness, there's a power in us that's urging us to navigate to be the best self we can be in the next moment. We're ever evolving, so I can't say the best self, but that best self in the next moment. And if we're the best self in the next moment, we're uplifting better families, better communities, and ultimately a better world. And I know that's what's possible for all of us. So when I ask our ministers and practitioners to come up here in the consciousness of openness, flexibility, cooperation, receptivity, and positive ways to move through this thing called life, I'd like to invite them up now. I'd like to ask you, when you come up, to just affirm what you want. I affirm more understanding. I affirm goodness in my life, abundance, joy, peace. I affirm a new creative expression or job or whatever it is in your life. It's fine. Or I release the need. I release the need. This is a very powerful time. It's a good way to end our Thanksgiving season and open up to a season of celebration. So I'm just going to invite you to come up one at a time, come right down the middle aisle, the side aisles, and just ask for your prayers. So utilize these beautiful beings that are here for you. And so in closing today, just please know with me that the power and presence of Infinite Spirit is right here with each and every one of us, guiding our hearts and minds in this moment to open up to new and greater experiences of love, possibility, joy, communication, connection in our life. That we are available to hear the message, available to vibrate with the knowingness and the joy, to be the vehicle and vessel for the message of Spirit, to be that light that we bring into the beautiful joy of this new season, the joy when the light outside gets darker and that light within us shines so brightly that we are a gift and we feel it and know it and share that light and see it in others. How good it is to be alive, how good it is to be here, how good it is to be community. We just say thank you, God, for all of this and so much more. And we seal this by saying together, and so it is.